name is Angelica Driver, and I work with the City of Asheville's Business Inclusion Office. If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering how to fill out the MWSBE certification form. We're going to go through the form in this video, and please make sure you've watched our previous 2 videos, Preparing for MWSBE Certification and How to Register as a Vendor, and please reach out to myself and Rosanna Mulcahy, Business Inclusion Manager at abi@asheville.nc.gov if you have any questions or need assistance with the form. Okay, so let's find the form. First go to asheville.nc.gov, then click on Departments. Then you'll want to choose Community and Economic Development, and then you're going to see a green bar across the page. You'll click on Business Inclusion, and then choose MWSBE Certification. And then you're going to read a few things that are talking about how to prepare for the form, and you can click on the form right here. Here we are at the form. Remember that you need to complete this form in one sitting, so make sure that you have all your documents prepared that we talked about in the first video. Here, you're going to see a question about if you're already certified with the HUB office, which stands for the Historically Underutilized Businesses Office. If you already have certification, that's great, and you can actually click a link on the form that's going to take you to a shorter MWSBE certification application form. It's going to have the same questions as this form, but there will just be fewer of them, and it's going to ask you to upload your certification documents from HUB. But if you're not certified through HUB yet, just click No and keep going with this form. Okay, now on to page 1. And just a note here, if you're not sure of some of the words or terms you see in this form, you can just click this box and it shows the definitions of them, and you can see which terms by the asterisks that appear next to them. So the first question is about if you're registered as a vendor with the city. If you haven't done so yet, make sure that you do that, and you can find the instructions on the first page. If you have, you're doing great, and you'll put your vendor number here. Use the lookup tool from the link if you don't remember what your vendor number is. If you've just applied for being a vendor right before doing this form, you probably won't have your vendor number yet, but we'll put it all together, so don't worry and keep filling out the form. Next, you'll want to check in the definitions box I referred to in order to see if you're in our 10-county region, and if so, you can click Yes in this box. And just make sure you put the address where your business is headquartered to. The next section is about management and control. The eligible owner is who you're applying for minority, woman-owned, or small business certification under. So for example, if I'm applying as an MBE and I run the business day to day, I'm going to say yes to this. But if I have a partner who is not a member of a minority group, such as a white guy, and he actually runs things day to day, I can't say yes to this. But you know, to any of these questions, if you say no, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to quit and say this is over and you'll never get City of Asheville certified. We still want to talk to you and figure out what we can do together to turn any of your no's into yeses on this form. Okay, so choose yes here if you're a for-profit business. And next we're going to get into the part where we're in those different certification categories that we talked about in our first video. So if you're applying as an MBE or minority-owned business, you can upload that ethnicity affidavit that you filled out earlier right here. You don't have to upload anything if you're applying as a WBE, but keep in mind that this form is legally binding in its entirety, so if you click that if you're registering as a WBE, you are stating that that is the truth about your business. Last is the SBE certification, and this is where you're going to upload that financial documentation we talked about in the first video. And then fill out your general contact information and put an email that you usually use for your business and check often, because it's really important for us to be able to contact you for important notifications on your certification and for opportunities to do business with the city and with other contractors. And the number of employees is going to include yourself as well. And you'll put the information here if you've got other eligible owners applying, and just check out the definition on that one to see if any other owners in your business need to be entered here. These would be owners who are applying with you for the certification. So for example, if you're a Black business owner and you're applying, make sure to put any other owners who are also Black in this space. Okay, next page. You might want to click up here because there are some new terms you might need definitions for. So these are some of those specific questions asking about if you're connected with another business and how much. And remember, just because you clicked yes on any of these doesn't mean you're disqualified. So if you click yes, it's going to open up a box, and you can basically share here the how and why of the situation of how you're connected with other businesses. And you don't have to write a history book about it, but just summarize the main points about these questions. And if you're not sure about any of these, you can just write that and we can talk more about it later. Next, we have some general questions about how connected you'd like to be with different training opportunities, community resources, and our office's newsletter. If it were me, I would say yes to all of these, because even if I couldn't make every single one that gets sent to me, I still want to be up on what's new and how to do certain things and the resources that are out there to help me in my business. We're almost to the end. Here's where you're going to upload some of those things we talked about in our first video. So that would be your driver's license or ID and any other documentation that you have. Make sure that you click agree to these legal items at the end. And then to sign the form, you're going to type your first and last name, enter your email, and then you can choose to draw a signature or just click type and type your name, and that's how you complete the form. So you'll finish signing it and everything's nice and legal and you're done. Once you click submit, you're going to get a copy of your form sent to your email address, so make sure you keep track of that. And we're going to get your form in our email and be in touch in the next 10 business days or 2 weeks, letting you know you've been certified or that we might need to work together a little bit more to get you to a place where you're ready. And please make sure to reach out to us anytime the form tells you that you should, as soon as you can. And you know, if after watching our videos and looking at this form, you're like, this is too much, or I don't feel comfortable using technology, absolutely send us an email at abi@asheville.nc.gov and we'll do our best to help you with your certification. You can also reach out to us with any other questions that you have. Thanks for watching, and we hope we get to talk with you soon.